I'd like to start a discussion today. I have noticed in the past 10 years some changes in the way some police and government officials are responding to auditors and citizens. I am happy to report that from my observations the changes appear to be for the better. Average citizens who used cameras in unconventional places or ways were targeted by police as criminals. Many were arrested and assaulted for nothing more than using a camera in a place or way that wasn't commonplace. This is what I believe was what started the auditing movement. I was one of these early folks trying to hold government accountable with video. While I wasn't sharing videos on YouTube, I was active in filming government and specifically police at every opportunity. 10 years ago auditors had to be extremely careful to not get arrested, and many did. Not only was it common for auditors to get arrested, but it was common for auditors to get assaulted by police and government officials alike. Not only were auditors having their rights and liberties violated, average citizens were being jacked up in the streets and forced to ID and arrested if they didn't. The worst part was that you would often get arrested for trying to make any sort of official complaint. Today we live in a different time with almost every person having a camera in their pockets. Add social media and we see police and government being held accountable in a new way. Complaints no longer need be formal. Anyone can now record government behaving badly and instantly share it with the whole world. It is funny to me that as technology brings us into the future, it is somehow pulling us back to the past. We no longer have to make formal complaint. We simply upload a recording of the encounter to our favorite social media. Then the people decide and, as a collective judgment is passed. In many cases these videos have prompted massive public outcry. These public outcries are crucial to holding our officials and the representatives that they hire accountable for their actions. In the past a complaint would likely have been ignored by an officer's superiors. Today that superior comes under direct fire from the public, who take it upon themselves to write emails and make phone calls. Individuals may choose to send these emails and make phone calls, but to the person or people on the other end of those calls and emails, it is a collection of the people acting together to voice their opinions and disdain for whatever actions were depicted in any given video. I said that it's funny that technology is pulling us to the past. I said this because, instead of following the due process for complaint and allowing the police to investigate themselves, the people are now the prosecutor and the jury. Like time in history before law enforcement was on every corner. Before law, as we know, in some cases, the people of a village would see someone commit an act that would violate the rules of the village and the people would decide on that person's fate. Often it ended poorly for the accused by being stoned or executed in some horrible fashion. I'm getting off topic here. I just wanted to emphasize that as a collective the people have more power today than we ever had before. Instead of making a complaint against an officer and having it ignored by the chief himself is now under fire for not addressing the issue. This sometimes results in the chief themselves facing disciplinary action. In many cases the power of the people has gotten officers fired. But sadly the tyranny that the people sought to escape from this individual continues in another police department. It is all too easy for these officers to get employed at the next police. This is where I want to open up some discussion. In many careers individuals need a license to work in that career. For example, lawyers need a license to practice law. Doctors need a license to practice medicine. Makeup artists in 41 states are required to be licensed. In 28 states, someone who paints home or apartment walls must have a government-issued license. If you're an aspiring florist in Louisiana, you'll need to pass an exam to earn your floristry license. I could go on and on. The point I'm trying to make is that in many careers you must first prove you are qualified, and in some cases if you make a mistake your license could be taken away for life, preventing you from ever being able to work in that field again. What I am proposing is federal level licensing for police. It is not unreasonable to expect police to pass a test to show competency. Such test could include sections regarding citizen rights. So now we have qualified officers who fail to live up to the standard. This should put his career in jeopardy. Perhaps a system could be developed similar to Canadian driver's license. In Canada, if you make a driving infraction you get points on your license. When you get enough points on your license, You win. You get your license taken away and can no longer drive. Officers who get many small infractions or complaints could lose points and eventually lose their job. It might even cause borderline officers to fly straight. I am curious to know what the community thinks of this kind of system. I really want everyone to comment on this video. I'll post a follow-up to this video and share the comments from the people. This should give a pretty good impression if this is a good idea or am I blowing smoke out my butt. If you think my idea is no good, let me know. Tell me what you think would help improve the situation of bad police getting rehired. If this is a good idea, how can we the people have this sort of thing implemented? Would you vote for a politician who promised to implement this change? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. I could use your support.